Hey guys, what's up, and hope you're good. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. So today I'm going to break down how I created this set for some product photography, just like this. Okay, so these photographs are not for e-commerce. They're not for the Etsy shop. They're not for your website shops. Essentially, these are the pretty pictures that you're going to put on your Instagram. So we're going to make them more editorial, more lifestyle-like. And as I said before, the environment that these products are going to be used in is a bath environment. They're bath soaks. So we want to create or recreate a bathroom scenario. And this is how we did it with this particular one. And by the way, this is my son Mason. He's just come to say hi. So say hi, Mason.
Hi.
Okay, good. So I'm just going to put him down and then we can get on with the rest of the video. Okay, so like I was just saying, essentially we're going to fake the environment, make it look like we're in a particular place when we're actually not. So I'm going to show you a pullback image, and I'm also going to show you the final image so that you can see what it is I'm talking about. And to be honest guys, the possibilities are only the limits of your imagination. So you can take this as far as you want. Obviously, depending on budgets as well, you can create a set to your exact specifications. For this particular one, I use stuff that I found around the house, to be honest. And I hate it when YouTubers say, oh, I just had this in my box, or I just had this in my garage. And I'm like, well, I don't have that in my garage. But honestly, these stuff that I'm going to be using are stuff that I have laying around the place. So as you can see right here, right now, everything is quite blown out, and I'm going to change the exposure to accommodate for this environment right here. So I'm going to get a bit dark, but you really don't need to be seeing me that much. I'm going to be explaining as I go. All right, so just in case you are wondering about the lighting setup that we have in here, we have a massive softbox right here, which is attached to the 300D. That's the Aperture 300D, and we also have our 120D with the reflector on, just bouncing off against that background there. That is it for the lighting in this particular setup. All right, so you guys might have seen this table before, and it is my bar table, and I've got a tabletop just sitting on top of here. So that's going to form the base for everything. Okay, next up is this. I think it's a cupboard door. And it's something that I picked up in the IKEA discount section. And that's that little section of IKEA where you got little bits that people have returned or has been partly damaged or whatever the case is. Now, when I picked this up, I didn't know what I was going to do with it yet, but I knew that it had a nice, clean, white surface on here, and I'd use that for some reason or the other. Now, in this particular scenario, this one has a beveled edge. I think this is where you would grab on here to open the cupboard door. But now this beveled edge right here is going to play nicely into this scene as I build up the bathroom or the bath. So that's the first thing that we have on here. Next up is this floating shelf from IKEA, and today it's going to be used as a support system for my backdrop. So I'm just going to place that on there like so. And what we're going to do is now add some tiles to our bathroom. So if we add first tile, and I'm going to need something to just hold it on, so we're going to use one of these clamps. Okay, lovely. Construction is coming together just fine. So I got my first tile up, and I'm going to add the second one. Now this tile right here came from a recent bathroom renovation project, and I only had one left. So I've got one single tile in case one breaks. I might be able to replace it, but I had one of those left. It would have been nice to have two, but then we also had this one, which is square. It's not the same size, but we're gonna make do with what we have. So I'm just gonna add him down here again with a clamp. It's gonna attach that right here. Now all we need to do is to make sure that these are lined up and straight. So I might have to put a little bit of a wedge underneath here. So let's see how this is looking from this angle. So we have our bathroom coming together just like this. Now these tiles are actually ideal in this situation because they're big, and we can, we're just using 2 clamps that are going to be out of the way to attach them to your support system or to the background. Now let's say, for example, you were using the little square tiles or smaller square tiles. You might actually use adhesive to stick them on and actually do a little bit of a tiling job to get to that point right here. Whenever I can, I like to work in a non-destructive manner. So I want to be able to break down and reuse things as much as I can without causing permanent changes or damage to them. So the next thing we have is a bathroom tap. Don't ask me what I'm doing with a random golden bathroom tap. I just had it there. Now my initial idea for installing this bathroom tap was to actually drill a hole into this tabletop right here and stick it down like this. But like I said, if there's a non-destructive way to do it, then I prefer that. So we've got these attachment or these securing nuts on here. What I'm going to do is just put it on the edge like so, and then we're going to tighten it up. There we go. And voila, we've installed a tap. Okay, so now if we just reframe this shot right here, not looking so bad, but we can take it a step further. And what I'm going to do is introduce a window, because I'm taking inspiration from my own bathroom, and just at the top of the bath there is a window. And the way I'm going to simulate that is by adding a bit of card. So if we were to put this bit of card right here, okay, so can you see my window forming right here? So this is going to simulate the wall, and this gap right here where the backlight is shining is going to simulate window light coming through just here. Okay, so this is where we are so far. We have the top of our bath, we have a window, we have the tiled backdrop or the tiled wall, and we also have our tap. So if we look at this, we can see already, like, yes, this is an environment. If we were to zoom in a little bit more so we lose the extra elements. Okay, so I think we are looking good so far, but I don't think anyone lives here. This is a brand new house, no one lives here, but we want to make it appear as if people live here. And this is where you start adding your props, and this is where you start adding a little seasoning and a little spices to make the thing look a little bit more realistic. All right, so along comes somebody with some taste, with a little bit of taste and style, and they go out to the homeware shop and they buy something like this, and they just put it in their bathroom, and it looks pretty, no? Yeah, I think it looks pretty. Right, so there we have it, and there's your set. I mean, you can expand on that, you can build on that, you can create a much more elaborate design, but for me this was enough for what I wanted. We wanted to capture some photographs in a bathroom environment, and so now we're going to add the products. Right, so as I mentioned before, these are bath products. These are products to be used in the bath environment, so we're just gonna place them into the scene. Right, so that image isn't looking too bad as it is right now, but what I want to do is add a little bit of bounce onto this side right here. Add a little bounce here so we can brighten up the shadowy side of the products and of the scene as well. Take a picture, and perfect. You are ready to wow your Instagram followers. And don't be afraid to experiment, guys. Some things are going to work and some things aren't going to work, and you're going to find that you're going to be tweaking, you're going to be making changes on the fly as you go. For example, the window in this scenario, I didn't realize there's going to be a possibility until I was actually building up the set, and I looked at what the backlight was doing on the background and decided if I were to block some of that light out, it would actually look like a window. So again, experiment. And that is it from me for today, guys. I've got to go take my son on a bike ride just now, but I hope this video inspired somebody to just go out and have fun, just experiment, just be creative with it. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.